What's up, peeps?
How's it,
JKL
boys and
Awesome.
girls?
What's going on?
Your man
It's,
Pop Heat here.
Popped Heat and the JKL, well, L Awesome of the JKL Awesome. What's going on?
Oh, jeez, bro. Finally here. Finally doing the live. Finally got the show.
Yeah,
So excited.
yeah, I am. Let's see. I got Fabian. He was here at 4 o'clock.
Jeez, it's like Fabian.
Yeah. I think you're a little bit early, Fabian.
Actually, yeah, he actually
TechBot,
says it there, doesn't he? Like early.
yeah, TechBot was in there. He came in. He said he's gonna try and catch us. He wished us good luck, so I appreciate that.
Yeah, even if you catch the bottom end, I'm sure we would appreciate it either way, isn't it?
Yeah. What did Dada buy today? Hey, how you doing?
Oh,
I hope you and the little one is cool. K Awesome, that's my daughter. Of course, she was jumping in. Hey,
How you doing?
Johnny Funko's with us. What's up?
Hey, Johnny.
So that's it so far. Hopefully, more people show up. Anyway, welcome, guys. This is our first.
Yeah, welcome to something new.
Yeah, something new. Hot Popics. That's what we're calling it because we talk about Funko Pops and we talk about hot stuff. So Hot Popics.
Yeah.
Why not?
A few other things.
A few other things.
A few other things here and there.
Yeah, it's a work in progress. So we're still filling it out. After the show, if you guys have any suggestions or whatever, throw it down in the comments. Let us know. We will absolutely take constructive criticism. Anything you want to add to that?
Yeah. Look, guys, comments. Let us know what you think. At the end of the day, we just want to try and entertain you, I suppose, and just bring up some topics of the week and that sort of thing, and one or two things that is on mine and JKL's head, I suppose, or in our minds.
Yes. So I guess we're gonna get it started. XL, what's up, my brother XL.
Popics, bro.
What's up?
Guys, if you're also wondering, in that 30 seconds countdown, sorry, I used your man XEL, used one of his songs. Go check him out. Awesome stuff on there. I was browsing through it the other day. Really awesome stuff.
Do some of your music in that intro, X. I know you probably wasn't here to hear it, but when you go back to the replay, you hear it.
You'll hear it.
He did a good job.
Nice and relaxed and chilled. It was good, man.
Real quick, are you guys getting the dead mouse pop? I plan on it.
Dude, that pop looks sick, man.
Yeah, it does. There's a couple of places that have it for pre-sale, so I definitely have it on my list. I was gonna order it earlier, but I said, calm down. There's a lot of stuff coming out. Let's see, who has what, and I'll figure it all out. But
there's a crazy amount of stuff coming out. Like it's just going to be exciting end of the year for Pops, I think.
Yeah, and the Linkin Park album Pop is available for pre-sale also. I definitely want that one.
I think that's coming out. That's coming out in January. Like, oh, bro.
Yeah, I want that. That was one of my favorite albums at the time. And that Pop, yeah, I definitely want that one.
They did a good job on it. They really did. And,
yeah, it looks good. Oh, it looks good.
I like the shine they got on. Oh, I think I might just.
Damn, it looks good. They keep coming out with so much good stuff, and it's ridiculous. Oh, it's killing me. Oh, and
that's that one that what is it? One that came out today? The one that I thought was Venom, the Carnage one.
Oh, the Blacklight Carnage. Oh,
that thing was hot, man.
It's sold out in 4 minutes, probably less. I say 4 minutes because it took me 4 minutes to get to my cart, and when I got to my cart, it said sold out. So
yeah, it could have been this, like
What ended up happening with me, I went into it. I dropped it into my cart. I tried to get two because the limit was two. Then of course you get that your inline screen, which I've shown on many of my videos. It sat like that for about a minute. Then it went to the checkout, and in the checkout, all I have to do is put in my email address because all my information, credit card number, all that stuff is already on the site. So once I put my email address in, it sends me a confirmation code. The code automatically goes in because I'm on my phone. Boom, I go to checkout. It kept asking for my email address over and over. Every time I put in my email address, it would act like it accepted it and then go back to the page again. Enter email address. It did it again. Enter email. It must have did it about 7 times. Then finally, the last one it took, all my information was in. It went to the cart and said sold out. Oh, I'm so upset. 4 freaking minutes.
I was actually thinking about this. I think they mentioned that other show about how waiting in line and it reset, and you still did a video about it. And it's like, look, surely these stores and stuff, they can actually just update their software to say, because I'm sure it'll be less of a crushing blow if you're told it's out of stock sooner than you just waiting in the line.
Yeah.
If you understand, that'll be a less of a blow, I think.
Yeah. Well, the thing when New York Comic Con, usually for their ticket sales, what they do is they send you the email with your special link so you can get in. Once the tickets go on sale, you click your link. You go into the line basically. Now, the line, you could be online for hours, but the thing about their line, it wasn't like this for the Pops, but for their ticket sales, because this is how they've done it for the past 2-3 years. For their ticket sales, it's just as if you're going into a store. Now, let's say you walk into a store, there's a certain amount of stuff available. You have a limit to how much you can buy. Then once you leave the store with your purchase, the next person comes in, and then what's left is available to them. Then they get their purchase, they leave, the next person comes in. So for New York Comic Con, that's how they do it. So when you get into the store, it shows you what tickets are left, what merchandise is left. So if I'm going to buy tickets and I get in and Friday is sold out, it'll show me Friday sold out. So that means Thursday, Saturday, Sunday is available, or if they have 3-day tickets is available. Whatever's available is there. And that's available to me for the next 10 minutes. I have 10 minutes to make my decisions and check out.
Yeah.
Then once I do that, then whatever's still left, the next person gets.
The next person gets,
Yeah, once you get in there, whatever you see, is available. That's how I think they should do it. I understand.
Which is kind of the same as standing in line at a store when a pop comes out. You're literally standing in line from the morning or something, and if you're first in line, you'd go in first to get the pop.
Exactly. See, what Funko does is they just make everything available right away to everybody. You're putting stuff in your cart, and it's basically whoever gets in there faster gets the stuff. And that's kind of not fair. It's like, okay, I get in there, and everything sells out in 4 minutes. Like, how can I get faster than 4 minutes? 1 minute?
Yeah,
I mean, I was on the site. As soon as it came up, I kept refreshing. It popped right up on my screen. It's the first pop there, so I automatically hit put in cart, go to cart, checkout. Like that's literally what I did.
The thing is, I don't think Funko, the franchise itself, is ignorant not to notice all these problems.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. They're not. No, I don't think anybody's that ignorant. I'm sure they notice it. It's like, I don't know. They could be working out a fix for it. Maybe, I don't know.
Maybe, but for them, it's about the money. As long as they're selling out, the shareholders are happy, the company's making money. So, it's like Funko is a company that was basically put where it is in the world because of the collectors, and now the real collectors are the ones getting screwed because now since it's such a hot thing, all the resellers are jumping on it, and they're the ones making the money. And we're getting screwed because now we have to pay more for a pop that we want. So Funko's making their money, the resellers are making their money, and we're the ones getting screwed.
The collectors aren't getting anything. Like if it wasn't the fact that we're so passionate about collecting these things, I would say let's just let's boycott things like eBay. But you don't really want to do that, because it's like you're spiting yourself at the same time.
Yeah, and that's another thing because. As you saw, and a lot of other people saw, they had the Pops on sale before Funko even released them. eBay had sales for these Pops. So, and people putting guarantees. So how you guaranteed a Pop that hasn't even gone on sale yet? So you know those are people that got those bots, man, that just go in there and get them.
Which is nuts. Like was when we saw, I think it was Wayne that posted that thing, and I spoke to you about it, and you said those were up already before the thing even went on sale. And
Yeah,
it's like that's outrageous, man. That's
yeah,
like that's crazy. Like,
yeah. And I saw a couple of people after that posted the eBay sales. Well, the postings. I can't say they sold yet, but the postings for the sales, and it's like, how? How?
but I mean, what is it? What did it go on sale for? Like, what blows my mind though is that they're not. They're like kind of shameless in a way. Like, what was it on sale for when you were in the line for the Funko
It was
store?
$15.
$15, and then they literally
$15.
put
Like 60,
that
75.
the 60, 60, 75 that I saw. That's
Yeah,
more than
off top.
200. That's more than 200% markup. Like, it's like, you know,
Yep.
they could be well enough happy with $45 or $50 or something, but they
Yeah.
just go to the extra mark, which is outstanding. Which is
Yep.
not
Yeah.
outstanding, but crazy, if you know what I mean. So
Yeah. And those are the guys trying to set they're trying to set the price for the secondary market as soon as it comes out. Before it even comes out. It's like, all right, if you don't get it, you got to pay $75 for it. You know, and that's kind of not fair either. But I'm not worried about it. I mean, I didn't get any of the other black lights. I was disappointed. I didn't get this one. I'm disappointed, but it is what it is. Unfortunately.
I'm sad about it, but I mean, I'll live.
Yeah. I mean,
You
if you
know?
go on Target's website, you'll see the black light Pops on back order. If you try to put them in your cart, it might go to your cart, but then when you go to your cart, it's going to say it's not available. Or when you try to put it in your cart, it's going to say there was an error and it can't be added to your cart. So I'm assuming that another wave is coming if they still have it listed. So we'll see. I mean, you know, it is disappointing, but hey, like I said, it is what it is. So
Sure.
now that we got that out the way, we're probably going to talk about it more towards the end. But
yeah, for sure.
into the first segment we go. First segment of our show is called, at this moment, JKL Pop Talk. If anybody has an idea for a different name for the segment, hit me in the comments or hit me in the chat. He said, "Oh, Fabian said the Funko Museum in Hollywood has a bunch."
Oh, thanks, bro.
I'm sure they do. Thanks.
Thanks, man.
Taking hundreds of dollars for a plane trip out there to get one. I might as well just buy it on eBay.
Oh, no shame. I'm sure Fabian's just trying to help the community.
Yeah. I know. I'm just messing.
But sure, yeah. Let's take a flight, bro.
Yeah, right. Let's go. All right. So, JKL Pop Talk. How's it going? TMC Music. What's up?
TMC Music.
What JKL Pop Talk is about, basically every week, I'm going to feature a Funko Pop, give you some background info on the character or the pop or just something about it. And I was kind of thinking, you know, what pop should be the first pop. I was going to do Darth Vader because, come on, Darth Vader is my favorite. Everybody knows Darth Vader. I could talk for days about Darth Vader, but I said, you know what? Nah, what I'm going to do is, since the Mandalorian's coming, I know what you're thinking. Oh, he's going to do the Mandalorian. No. You're thinking, oh, Boba Fett. No. I'm going to do the highly anticipated Ahsoka Tano. Please excuse my laptop camera. It kind of sucks, which is why I don't usually do videos on it. But Ahsoka Tano this is the pop from Rebels with her white lightsabers. Her white dual lightsabers. Ahsoka Tano, for those that don't know, she premiered in the Clone Wars cartoon. She was Anakin Skywalker's Padawan. Not a lot of people knew that Anakin had a Padawan. She was found by Master Plo Koon on her home planet, which I don't remember the name of, when she was 3 years old. She was taken to the Jedi Temple and trained. I believe she was Anakin's Padawan at 13. Might be off on the age. If anybody knows, pop it down in the comments. I don't mind being wrong. I mean, hey. Oh, also spoilers, because some of this stuff, if you haven't watched Rebels, Clone Wars, whatever Star Wars thing, and you want to know or you want to go in it fresh, I'm gonna be spoiling stuff. So yeah, um, be prepared for some spoilers. Um, when she first premiered on the show, a lot of people actually didn't like her because they were like, "Oh my God, she's so annoying." But then she ended up becoming one of the most loved and famous of all the Jedi. Like her character is awesome, probably the best character arc in all of Star Wars, really. Um, she had a nickname for Anakin Skywalker. She used to call him Sky Guy, and he used to call her Snips, mainly because her head tails when her species, the Targudas, I don't remember. When they're young, their head tails aren't as long, so they were like real small on their head. So he used to call her Snips because of that. She's actually, I know a lot of people might disagree with this, but I believe she's actually one of the strongest Jedi ever because she's going up against Asajj Ventress, who was a Sith, Grievous, who, if you don't remember the name, that was the robot that Obi-Wan fought with the four arms. She went up against Maul, Grievous's guards. She actually fought Darth Vader in the Rebels cartoon, fought Count Dooku, fought some of the Sith Inquisitors, and basically either won or made it out alive.
Jesus. Yeah.
So yeah, she was awesome. Let me see. She was real close to the clone Rex. Um, Actually, he was the one who saved her during Order 66 when all the clones turned against the Jedi. That's how she survived. Spoiler if you didn't know she survived. Um, she actually uses two lightsabers. She didn't start off using two lightsabers, but she went back to Ilum, which is the planet where the kyber crystals that they use for the lightsabers came from, and she ended up finding a second crystal because the crystals actually call out to the Jedi. So when she went, it called out to her. She ended up making another lightsaber, which was a shorter one. It's called the Shoto lightsaber because it's meant to be smaller. It's
Oh
more
yeah.
like a dagger length. So yeah, she had her second lightsaber. She started learning how to fight with two lightsabers. She actually had trouble fighting with both of them, so she ended up inverting the grip of the one in her left hand and keeping the one in her right hand the right proper weight, and that kind of helped her out.
That's cool.
Yeah. Let me see. I gotta go. I'm gonna go to more stuff. Um, she was actually accused of bombing the Jedi Temple, which is why she left the Jedi. It actually ended up being, spoiler, Barriss Offee, which was another Jedi Padawan. Um, so she ended up leaving the Jedi. They invited her back, but she was like, "Nah, y'all screwed me, so I'm out."
I'm not sticking around.
That's right. She's like, "Nah, if y'all can turn on me so easily, I can't mess with y'all." So she left the Jedi. Um, she actually died and was brought back to life on the planet Mortis. There's a storyline during the Clone Wars when her, Obi-Wan, and Anakin got taken to this planet called Mortis, which actually exists in a kind of a different dimension. And it was inhabited by these beings called the Father, the Son, and the Daughter. The Son was the embodiment of the dark side. The daughter was the embodiment of the light side, and the father was like in between. He controlled both of them, keeping them in check. And basically, they had brought them there because Anakin was the chosen one, and he was supposed to replace the father. Um, so uh, she ended up turning to the dark side because the son had turned her to the dark side, and then he killed her. So the daughter ended up giving her life force through Anakin, healing Ahsoka and brought her back to life. So she turned to the dark side and she died.
I need to watch the show, man. Like plot twists, I tell you.
I'm telling you. Yeah, unfortunately, I'm spoiling it all for you, but it's
No,
still
that's
worth
cool. Like,
watching. It's good.
by the morning, I'll forget it, so I'll be able to watch it.
Yeah, and then when she in the Rebels cartoon, she showed up again. A big spoiler. There's a character called Fulcrum who was helping the crew of the Ghost. It was Kanan and Ezra and Sabine and all those people. And Fulcrum ended up being Ahsoka. It's actually a code name that anybody who helps the rebels use, but she was the one who created it. So that was a big surprise when I saw that. I was like, "Holy crap!" Because at the time, you don't know what happened to her, because all
Yeah.
you saw was the end of Clone Wars, which was the sixth season, I think. But the last season that they just brought out this year hadn't been out yet, so you didn't know what happened to her. Then you
Yeah.
saw her,
Yeah.
and it's like, holy crap, she's back. But yeah, and then in that story, she actually ended up fighting Vader,
Yeah.
um, finding out that he was Anakin, which shocked the crap out of her.
Yeah.
Got pulled into the world between worlds by a future version of Ezra. It got really crazy. Then she was in the future for a little bit. Then they sent her back to the moment where she was fighting Vader. She ended up getting away. Then
Jeez.
caught up to Ezra in that future part. Like it was crazy. But the last we saw her, she was with Sabine,
Yeah.
and they went off to find Ezra because he got lost in hyperspace somehow. So that's another thing that I think is going to happen in the Mandalorian. That's why Sabine and Ahsoka are going to be there. Probably cross paths with them. They're going to find out about Baby Yoda, and maybe Ezra shows up. That would be awesome too.
You got.
Yeah, and also she actually fought some of the Sith Inquisitors, and one of the Inquisitors she fought without a lightsaber. She didn't have her
Yeah.
lightsaber.
Yeah.
She beat him and took his lightsaber and purified the crystal. The reason why all the Sith crystals are red because they do this ceremony on it to make it bleed, quote unquote, so it turns it red. The red
Yeah.
crystals are more powerful, but a Jedi can purify the crystal and it turns it white. So yeah, she purified a couple of
I
Sith
see. I see.
crystals. That's why she has her double white lightsabers because she purified the crystals. So yeah, she's badass, and she did something that most Jedi can't do, which
Yeah.
is in when Jedi and Sith battle, they don't show it on the show because it's hard to show it. But if you ever read the books, there's usually a struggle of force going on. And one thing that they're trained to do is to protect their lightsaber from being turned off. So usually
Yeah.
through the force, you can turn off somebody's lightsaber. So you protect against that. But she was actually able to turn off the lightsabers of people she was fighting with. And that's an incredibly powerful thing because that's one of the first things you're taught to protect against. So
Yeah.
if
Kind of
you're
like a
able to do that,
kind of like
yeah,
a passive power, which is it's always
yeah,
on. Like.
exactly,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
exactly. So that's another reason why I think she's incredibly powerful. Like, yeah, it's crazy. She's awesome.
I think at this point it'll be ridiculous for them not to introduce her into Mandalorian.
Yeah, well they announced that she's supposed to be in it and Rosario Dawson is supposed to be playing her, so we'll
That's
see. They
not.
haven't showed her in any of the trailers yet. I mean, I hope she's not in like every episode. Like just show up for a couple just to kind of be like, yeah, she's there, and then spin her off into her own show cuz I mean, you get somebody like Rosario Dawson to play her, it's like you might have plans for the character.
Yeah, if it's someone like her, that's not a bad casting, to be honest. Like,
Yeah.
but yeah, geez, I'm excited.
Yeah,
I
it's
haven't
gonna
even watched any of the trailers yet, and so like, yeah, it's
be
cool.
okay. Okay, we got a fight in the chat. Let's see, Ahsoka. Yeah, we love her. Yeah, we love Ahsoka. Uh,
Okay.
who said it? One of the greatest. Obi-Wan is one of the greatest Jedi. He is one of the greatest, but he's not the best.
What was what? It was Obi-Wan was Anakin's
He was Anakin's master. He
master.
trained Anakin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
He said Obi-Wan. Obi-Wan, no. Obi-Wan was good. I'm not gonna lie. Obi-Wan was one of the greatest Jedi, and he actually did have a lot of power. But yeah, Ahsoka at her height and Obi-Wan at his height, Ahsoka would body him,
Well, I
man.
would say if anything, Obi-Wan was more of a passive character, wasn't he?
Yeah,
Wasn't he?
yeah. He actually he had his moments. He fell in love, and he had his moments where he got I won't say pretty dark for him.
Yeah. Dark for him, I suppose. Yeah.
He definitely was able to able to control it more than say Anakin. But yeah, he was a good guy. So yeah, there we go. JKL Pop Talk. My first pop talk was about Ahsoka. If you got any questions, you could type them in. I'll see if I can answer them. But yeah, I love Ahsoka,
It's not
man.
not a bad pop. Like no, it's like awesome detail in it. I think.
Yeah, it's very well detailed. I just love the lightsabers that they're clear to represent the light, and her outfit and everything is just it's so on point, man. They just came
I,
out with a new one for I think Rebels. They just brought out a new Ahsoka pop, so I'm excited to get that one. But this was the only one for a long time.
yeah, I mean, I think they dropped the ball. I mean, I would have made the sabers glow in the dark,
Yeah, that's something
and
that they
a
should do for
nice white
all.
glow. Like
That's something they should do for all the pops with sabers.
no, they should. Like it's
Yes.
that already there will boost the sales. I'm sure.
Oh, absolutely. Glow in
Yeah.
the dark sabers. Heck yeah. But we'll see. I mean, I got a crap load of Vaders behind me, and I don't think only one of them I think glows in the dark. Uh, and it's not his lightsaber either, so that kind of sucks. But anyway, um, that's me. That's my pop talk. Uh, I don't know who I'm doing next week. I can't even give you guys a preview, but
Oh yeah,
yeah,
it was good. You
I,
possibly got me wanting. Well, you have got me wanting to watch Rebels. So that's
listen,
that's a
I'm
victory right there, isn't it?
it's really good. The thing with Clone Wars and Rebels is it kind of starts off and you kind of think, oh, it's kind of kiddie. It's kind of you know maybe it's not made for adults, but
Hmm.
these shows get dark quick.
Yeah, no, for sure. I mean, take a look. Like, I mean, I know what it is because I remember seeing all the advertisements and everything for it. Like, but yeah, definitely
Yeah,
go take a look.
get through the episodes and trust me, you gonna be like, wow, they
So
actually
now,
went there. It's good.
is it still going? Is it finished now, or
No, Rebels is finished. Yeah.
Rebels is finished?
Yeah, Clone Wars is finished. Rebels is finished. They had a new show called Resistance, which I didn't watch, so I don't know if that's still going or not.
Yeah, yeah.
Uh, I do have plans on watching it, but I just haven't yet. But
Okay,
if anything,
cool.
I was just starting with Clone Wars. Go with Clone Wars. There's like 7 seasons. It's a lot to get through, but listen, we're all home anyway, so
Yeah, yeah, for
watch it
sure.
as you can.
Watch it.
And yeah, it's a lot of story that and remember the Clone Wars cartoon takes place between episode 2 and episode 3, so that's a
Okay.
lot of story that
Yeah,
they
for sure,
squeeze.
for sure.
Yeah, so I would definitely say check it
All right.
out. All right, so you want to go
Sweet.
to the next wrestle talk. Come on, bro.
Oh no, bro.
What's going on this week?
Now, I was actually struggling to think of what to talk about. I didn't know what to talk about, and you said, we were talking about it. It's like, yeah, you could teach us about wrestling and that sort of thing. I was thinking, oh, geez, man, what am I going to start with? So, as mentioned in the interview that I had with you, I think what I'll do is I'll start off with kind of what got my or piqued my interest in wrestling,
Mhm.
and as mentioned was this fella, Jake the Snake Roberts.
The snake.
All right. This is the regular version. I
Mhm.
think the chase version it's literally the pants is blue. I think.
Might be a different
Yeah,
color. Yeah.
you can't see this. This is actually green,
Mhm.
right? It's a blue color, and then the snake is yellow,
Okay.
representing his original python, I suppose. And yeah, that's the chase version. And this is the regular one. I do prefer the regular one more because I like the old green snake. I like the green snake better than the actual
Right.
python. And yeah, why not talking about start off wrestle talk talking about the greatest bad guy in wrestling history? No, I'm just teasing.
You might
He's
have
one of the
corrected me on
best
that
bad guys, should we say?
one. Oh, he
Um,
definitely.
definitely one of the best. He just knew how to get under your skin from everything I watched. The person that he got under the skin the most was what's his name, Macho Randy Savage.
Macho man.
Um, oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
um, and talking about that is during their feud, and we spoke about this already, was when this guy decided to let his snake bite Macho
Yep.
on the arm. Now, it wasn't the original snake, as mentioned before. It's his pet cobra he got afterwards. I do forget the cobra's name, but
I
obviously the
think it was
original snake's name was Damien.
The original was Damien. I believe the backup, the second one was Lucifer. I believe he called
Lucifer, that's right. Yes, 100% right. Yeah. Um, just remembering now, as you said that, reading it up.
it.
Yeah, and basically a little bit of backstory to that before that whole segment of him getting bitten by the snake. Macho comes into the backstage area or the dressing rooms where Jake Snake is and says, "Listen, man." Obviously, in a traditional Macho Man Randy Savage voice and everything, going to him saying, "Listen, bro, you're going to get that snake to bite you now, so you can prove it's got no venom in it."
Yeah.
You know, and there's plays this whole scene and everything, and I wish I could mimic the voice for so long. Absolutely brilliant. It ended up being that what's his name? Jake Snake Roberts lifts his leg up his pants up, and takes the cobra and lets the cobra bite him.
Mm-hmm.
And after that, he releases the snake and everything. And Macho Man says, "You're not going to be taking anything. You're going to stay right there. I'm going to see you're not going to die."
Yeah, right.
And I'm thinking, like, what? That's absolutely crazy. Like, in comparison to then and now,
Right.
the things that wrestlers got away with and doing, it's just ludicrous.
Right.
So then, eventually, getting to the match and everything, and in an interview with, I think it was, what's that guy's name? Rogan. I forget his full name. That Fight Club guy. I don't know.
Seth Rogen?
Anyway, not Seth
No,
Rogen.
not Seth Rogen. Joe Rogan.
Joe Rogan, that's it. In his interview, and basically Jake the Snake Rob's talking about this subject, and he says just before he gets the snake to bite Macho Man, he turns and he slaps the snake a bit to get it more angry,
Riled up. Yeah.
so he can bite Macho a little bit more.
Yeah.
And if you actually play the audio back, you can actually hear Macho Man cursing and like at him. It's like because you have Jake being true to nature, what is egging him on and saying like, "Yeah, you're getting bit by a snake, getting bit by a snake," and Macho Man getting angry and like cursing him out and everything.
Yeah.
And yeah, really, really brilliant segment, one of the greatest. And I think it was 9-year-old Sean or Pop Teeth, sorry, breaking kayfabe, being like, "What? How can they do this? They can't have a snake biting a wrestler. What's going on?" Yeah, very excited. And then having all of a sudden, what's his name? Rowdy Roddy Piper rushed to the ring, who was terrified of snakes.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you could see, if you watch the segment, you could see actually how he was reluctant to get into the ring.
Mm-hmm.
And eventually they got Macho Man out of there. And yeah, Jake the Snake Roberts went on to feud with several other big names after that. Ultimate Warrior, The Undertaker.
Yeah.
I think Sid Vicious is on the list too. Jake the Snake was actually Undertaker's second victim to the WrestleMania streak, if I'm not mistaken.
Might have been. I'm not 100%.
I think second, yeah. But yeah, he is the innovator of the DDT.
Yes. One of the most.
That's what he's known about.
Yes.
And what got me to this topic was, funny enough, the DDT, and the reason for that is I'll get back to it in a second. Is sorry, I'm running through different conversations in my head.
Okay, it's okay. Go for it.
Okay, so basically, Jake the Snake didn't invent it.
Mm-hmm.
He just innovated it. He made it popular and gave it the name DDT. So before then, it didn't really actually have a name. It was just a front lock drop or something like that it was called, or face lock. I don't know. It was a ridiculous name.
Face lock drop, something like that, right?
That's crazy. Yeah. And he obviously decided, geez, that's a crappy name.
Yeah.
But yeah, going back to before, the person that's earliest recorded using it is a guy by the name of, let me just check my notes again. Sorry, forgive me. Black Gordman, a Mexican wrestler, 1970.
Wow. Okay.
That was the furthest back that they can actually record back to actually who used the DDT as a finisher, or as a finish, should I say. Now, in today's time, there's something like, I think I counted over 30 variations of the DDT, which is actually crazy. And on that point, this is the reason that got me thinking about this, because back then the DDT used to be a finish.
Mm-hmm. Now
you take the DDT, it's over. That's it.
Yeah.
Today there's, as I said, like over 30, man. You get ones like what is it? The double arm or double
Yep.
arm underhook, which
Mm-hmm.
is made famous by Cactus Jack, Mankind.
Yep.
Dean Ambrose, or what's his name, John Moxley, he does it now too.
Okay.
Then you got what is it, the float over DDT?
Mm-hmm.
Wonder if you can guess who did that? Who made that one famous?
What's the float over DDT? I'm not sure. Was it Shawn Michaels?
No, The
Okay.
Rock.
The Rock. Okay.
The
Oh,
Rock.
right. Yeah. Okay.
A float over DDT can only be something for someone as electrifying as The Rock.
The Rock.
All
Right.
right. Then you got the jumping DDT, which is
Mm-hmm.
one of my favorites. The Undertaker done that one. I'm sure you
Okay.
can recall it. A big guy just running from one side of the ring to the other side and then coming back with a slightly jumping DDT.
Right.
And then Dolph Ziggler also the other person to use that. But
Yeah.
otherwise, the rest of them are ridiculous. And yeah, crazy. If you have time, it's actually worth a read. Have a look. What did I do to search it? Innovator of the DDT, and it'll come up with. I think
Mm-hmm.
it's crazy. It's like 40 or something. I stopped counting at 40. It's ridiculous.
Well,
But yeah, another fun note though is what it's actually named after is a pesticide, and
yeah.
I think I'll throw it down afterwards in the link in the description so you guys can see how ridiculous it is. But the initials or the abbreviation of this pesticide, DDT, and that's what it was called. But whenever Jake the Snake was asked, "Listen, what does DDT stand for, or what does it mean?" and it's like
Mm-hmm.
he always used to answer with the end. You
You
know,
said what?
the end.
The
You
end.
know, the end. You got the DDT. That was it.
What does it mean? The end. Yeah.
That's it. But yeah,
That sounds about right.
but yeah. So one of the reasons, as going back to how I fell in love with wrestling, was the fact that you actually had this guy that was really good at being an asshole. And
Yeah.
excuse, sorry if there's underage. um, yeah, like he was just really good at being an asshole. And I was like, wow, he looks like a genuine oak, but he's the biggest douche on the planet. And then, yeah, my love just carried on there. I think I had a big gap from there, and I started watching. I think during when did the Bret Hart screw job happened with Shawn Michaels,
Right.
and then yeah, I think I
I'm
was
very
like
familiar with that.
ultimately fixed with that, and yeah,
Oh yeah.
wrestling.
Yeah.
I can't get enough of
The thing with
it.
the DDT is even years ago, because I used to, when I was really big into wrestling, me and my friends, XL being one of them, we
Yeah,
used to
yeah,
always, gather at one house, and we had all the games, SmackDown, Raw,
yeah.
all the variations of them. Every year one came out, we had them. And when it came to the create your own player, and then you could actually have moves that your player did,
Yeah, yeah.
and you go through the whole moves list on what moves you want to give your character, and there were, there were about 15 different DDTs then.
I
So
mean, it's just like
I
it's
can
just gotten more
imagine.
ridiculous now. And one of the podcasts I talk is like people have taken away one of the
It's okay.
podcasts. One of the podcasts I listen to, with actually in today's wrestlers, they're actually taking away from the actual entertainment of the sport because there's no need to rush to get the big finish. You
Right.
know what I'm saying? They're going all out. Like, yeah, we're talking WWE now, bro. Drastic switch from Star Wars to WWE.
That's right.
Yeah, so it's a drastic switch, and from generation to generation, where a DDT was the end of the match. Once it
Yeah.
happened,
It
it was
was it
over.
was it was the
A
ultimate
DDT,
finisher.
yeah, and
To
and
now
now
be it's just a
it barely gets used, and if it does, it's almost the watered down version or
yeah.
over excited version. I don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah, it is what it is. I suppose everybody needs to try and get that extra high
Yeah.
of
I mean, the thing with wrestling and almost any entertainment in general is you have to start innovating, and you have to start doing more to make the crowd more excited because you know during our time in like the mid '80s
Mhm.
to early '90s, yeah, DDT was a hot move. It was like, oh, DDT, but then it's like somebody does a different move that people like more than the DDT, and it's like, all right, well, you know what? I'm gonna take the DDT, but I'm gonna change it a little bit to
Yeah, I
make it
suppose it is.
better.
Yeah,
So it's always unfortunately in a business like that, especially, it's about innovating to the next level, the next hot move or the next exciting move that makes people
Mm.
want to see it. Because the wrestlers want to get popular, and how do you get
Yeah.
popular? You make
I
a move that
suppose.
everybody loves. So
I suppose evolving, isn't it? Yeah.
yeah,
But look, just things they're sitting here thinking. I suppose people like Buddy Rogers and Bruno
it's
Santino
kind
was like
of
they sitting there. I think Bruno's passed, and so has Buddy Rogers, obviously.
Mhm.
Or has he? Forgive me.
I'm not sure, but I'm
I'm,
sure
I'm
he is.
drifting over there. I think
He's
Bruno
old
has passed. And I'm sure at
enough.
one stage they were thinking, like, what have these guys done?
Yeah,
Like if
yeah.
you're, you know what I mean? And same as Jake the Snake. I mean, I don't know how passionate they are about their old school craft compared to what's happening today. And I don't know if one day they just sit down on the couch and they're watching the replay and they
Mhm.
think, what's happened?
What's
you
going on?
know, I
What
used to
is
do a
this?
clothesline and almost kill a guy.
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah,
now
and
they're
that's
doing
another
it.
thing. You watch a lot of the older matches, and they're slower. There's a lot more mat work. Now it's like everything is high flying fast, and impact is crazy.
Mm.
It's crazy.
You see now, like you see, the thing is, the state of wrestling at the moment now is obviously with all this lockdown business and this pandemic and everything,
Mhm,
they're forced to actually go back to the old storytelling
mhm.
because
Yeah,
you're not going to do a dangerous spot when there's no crowd,
right,
and
right,
so they have to go back to storytelling. And there's not a lot of wrestlers at the moment that can actually do that well,
right, right.
you know.
And that was the thing,
Um,
telling that story in the ring.
there's
There's a
there's
lot
there's
that can't do that.
There's one storyline going at the moment, and that's with Roman Reigns. He's the son of Sika, one of the Wild Samoans.
Mhm.
Don't know if you're familiar with him.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah. I know the Awesome Ones. I know Roman Reigns. I was still
yeah, yeah,
watching
yeah.
when he first came out. Shield.
He's got a crazy storyline with his cousin Jay Uso at the moment.
Okay.
One of the
I
twin
know
boys
the
of Rikishi,
Mhm.
and that's an awesome story. I mean, if you go back to watch a few of the things, like you'll see, it's just if you know who Roman Reigns is, you would never have said, like, if you had to go back to 2 years ago and I had to
Mhm.
come back and tell you Roman Reigns is hitting the best storyline in wrestling in the last 5 years, you would
Yeah, I
say,
probably
who? Roman
wouldn't.
Reigns?
I
What?
probably wouldn't believe it.
You know? And he is. He's storytelling as if he's been in the industry for 50 years, honestly. And I don't know
Okay.
if he's getting mentoring by his uncle and his father. He could be. I don't know.
Well,
But
you guess you would hope he
I'm
would.
sure
Yeah,
he's like,
it's
yeah.
some of the best, biggest names of the past, so they know what they're doing.
Yeah, but he is from a family that's literally high in Samoan royalty. I mean, as you know,
Right.
like Rocky Johnson,
Right. Yep.
you
He
know,
married into the family. Yeah.
and that sort of thing. As you know yourself, like it's just a big family that's just class acts.
Yeah. They're good. They're pretty good. I knew the Usos. I remember them, and I knew one of them was dating Naomi. Or what's her real name?
Yeah, John. I think that's John. I think that's the
Yeah.
one that's injured now, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, he's injured. Okay.
I think
Yeah.
I get confused between the two of them, to be honest.
Because I like Naomi. I really thought she had talent, and I liked her. I wasn't watching,
Yeah, yeah.
but I know she started that whole the glow thing, and then she had the glow belt, and I was like, oh, that's awesome. So she almost got me watching again. She almost got
Yeah,
me
she
watching it.
actually that I was very disappointed in that run because they gave her the belt, the SmackDown belt,
Uh huh.
and they didn't run with it at all, which was like, what are you
Really,
doing? And I
really.
was really annoyed. She ended up dropping the belt and everything, and I think she's now moved over to Raw.
Okay.
So I don't know. Time will tell what's going to happen.
They still have the split SmackDown and Raw, like SmackDown roster and Raw roster.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think
All
about 2 weeks back they just did a draft. So yeah,
right. Okay. So this is a good time to jump in then, because now new storylines. since
I would say it would be easier to jump in now, considering that nothing's too hectic. And
right.
then, I think the most compelling story now is the Roman Reigns story. So, but it's easy enough to jump into, I suppose.
Okay.
But yeah,
I might. We'll see.
you should. You really, really should.
'Cause I do miss it. I mean, I love watching wrestling. It's awesome, but like I said, I watched. Well, I tried watching, a couple of the pay-per-views, and it's just like, it's just it didn't feel the same. So I was just kind of like, oh man, I felt let down. But
Yeah, that's how you get off though. Like you slowly not watch the weekly episodes, and you go, oh no, I'll just watch the pay-per-views. They do a roundup before the match, and
yeah,
then all of a sudden you missed this pay-per-view because it wasn't Survivor Series.
right.
It's fine. It's just Backlash. I don't need to watch it.
Yeah, right. But I'll
And then
I'll start watching again. We'll see.
and then it's April and you've missed WrestleMania, and you're like, what have I done?
Yep. Oh, we're back to WrestleMania. Oh man. All right. The Fabian said the Usos aren't welcome to the Samoans.
They aren't welcome.
Yeah,
No
he's
spoilers.
not
If you haven't watched Hell in a Cell, I wouldn't say that's too true.
he said he's not a fan of Roland's storyline right now.
Oh, this whole Messiah story. Oh, you know what? I could have gone with it if they didn't. You know what ruined it for me? As simple as them putting a black glove on one of his hands.
Mhm.
It meant absolutely nothing. Well, for us, that is, as a crowd. They didn't bother
Right.
explaining, but he's this Messiah God complex guy. He's
Okay.
wearing a black glove, and yeah, it's
Okay.
just nuts. I think the best thing to come out of it, though, and tell me if I'm wrong, is the fact that Dominic Mysterio is now a WWE superstar, which
Is that
is
Rey
really cool.
Mysterio's
Rey
son?
Mysterio's son, yeah.
What?
Yeah, and he's
What?
actually damn good. Well, I
What?
suppose with his heritage, I'm sure. Like,
Let's see. Now that okay, yeah, I
yeah,
gotta start watching because I remember seeing him. He was a little kid at ringside. He's wrestling now. Okay.
everything ruined it. No, look, it's they're thinking about calling him Prince Mysterio, which is fitting, which is really really cool. Which I
Okay.
hope they do eventually down the line.
I'd be willing to watch that. He said that's cool, I guess. Oh man, yeah. Okay. I'm gonna see. I might start jumping in. I mean, I have a friend of mine. You know, he's still big into wrestling, so I guess I'm gonna have to start hooking up with him, and we're gonna start watching again. We'll see. We'll see.
Choose
There's
one
some,
show. What you can do is, I think, what makes it easier. Just choose one show.
yeah. Well, see, I gotta,
Don't feel
I gotta.
obligated to watching all 17 different shows a week.
No, I'm not gonna do that. But I'm most likely gonna watch Raw and SmackDown for the time. Well, at first, just to see which people I'm more, gravitated toward,
Invested to, yeah.
which show, and then once I figure out, okay, I like this show better than this show, I'll just watch that show, and we'll see how much I get back into it. But yeah, all right, you got me. I might be hooked again.
It
Okay,
might be.
let's see. In a couple of weeks.
A couple of weeks down the line.
About it, I'm like, oh, you've been watching.
Ah.
All right, all right. So that was our something else. Okay, that was our wrestle talk.
Wrestle talk.
Wrestle.
A bit rusty, but I got it out eventually.
It's all right. Listen, like I keep saying, this is a work in progress. We're gonna keep getting better. So okay, after the wrestle talk,
I was actually going to say that wrestling, and I wasn't sure people would get it. It's like wrestling down south.
wrestling. Well, we didn't do a banner for it, but
Oh,
you
I
want
didn't know. You're right.
to do our talk, do our thing.
Are you ready? Did you get any?
Yes, I got stuff. I'm gonna write it in real quick.
I promise you, I think I went like with the corniest ones, but I absolutely loved them.
All right, we got our new segment. I made the banner real quick. Dad jokes.
Dad jokes.
We're gonna do dad jokes. I think they forgot and spelled it wrong. It's supposed to be BAD, bad jokes.
Some of them, yeah.
So basically, we're gonna spit out a couple jokes, about 3 apiece, and hopefully he doesn't say anything too funny because I'm gonna try not to laugh. But
Oh.
we're gonna let you guys decide who won, who had the better dad jokes. You want to go first, or should I go first? What do you think?
I think you open this one, man. I'm not.
All right, all right. I'm gonna go first. Okay, this one you might have heard it before, but I just love this joke because it's so stupid. Uh, did you hear about the successful farmer?
No.
He's outstanding in his field. I love that joke. I love it. Look, I got him. I got him. Okay.
He's outstanding in his field.
That's a good one. It's such a stupid old joke.
Oh god, no, I don't know which. I don't know which one to choose now. Like, oh jeez, I've got like 6 here. And this is so hard. Like, okay, I'll choose this. Everyone knows this one.
Hmm.
What do you call a cow without legs?
Oh, I know that one, but I'm gonna let you do the punchline. Go ahead.
Ground beef. Oh, I loved it. Oh man.
Actually, written down.
Have you? Oh, bro. I know it was good enough then.
All right. Okay. What is a tiger's favorite car?
I haven't heard this one.
A cat tillac.
No.
Got him. Oh. I got him dying.
Jesus.
He's coughing. I think I won. I think I won. All right. Come on, hit me with your next.
Cadillac. Okay, geez, which one I'm gonna use now? Oh man, none of mine top that, man.
Oh, come on. You gotta have
Let's
some.
try this one. Let's try this one. What's the difference between a sock and a camera?
A sock and a camera. I don't know.
One takes 5 toes and the other takes photos.
I've never heard that one.
One takes 5 toes and the other takes.
What's a photo? Oh, yes, Lou, you came in at
Oh
the
yes, Libru.
great time because what we're doing right now is dad jokes. I just told 2. Pop just told 2. I'm going on my third and my final dad joke.
He's
What we're
literally killed me.
at this part of the show, we're gonna spit out our dad joke, and people in the comments or in the chat will tell us who won. There ain't too many people watching right now, so when you get in the chat, in the comments, on the
We'll leave it. Cadillac. Oh god.
okay, here's my last one. What shoes say to the pants? What up, britches?
You so much.
Look, I got him. All right, that was a good. I like that joke. Come on, hit me with the last one.
I have a speed bump phobia. I'm slowly getting over it.
That was a good one. I never heard that one either. Oh, that was. Oh, baby, say he's dead.
I can't get over the Cadillac.
Oh, that was good. That was good. Oh man, that was good. Oh, Fabian said I won. Well, unfortunately, Fabian. Well, I guess I can't say unfortunately, but you're the only one here. So, if
Oh,
you go
they'll get used to it. They can put it in the comments too if they'd like.
put in the comments, if you're watching this on the replay, hopefully you are. Appreciate it if you are. Oh, he said, never mind, it's a tie. Don't be fair now. You already put it. Look,
No, don't do that, bro.
I got it in writing.
Oh man, I'm
But yeah,
gonna be thinking about a Cadillac with tiger stripes.
hopefully, if you're watching this on replay, go to tell us who you think won. Um, yeah, while Sean is over there, like, subscribe, share the love. This is something we're gonna be doing on a weekly basis. So every Wednesday 4:30, we're gonna come on with you guys. We're gonna talk some pop talk. We're gonna talk some wrestling. Maybe we'll do dad jokes. Maybe we'll do other stuff, but and we're gonna have fun talking to you guys too. So yeah, jump on in, like, share,
Yeah,
share the love.
we'll have some fun segments and that sort of thing down the line. We'll run it on. I wouldn't say autopilot, but like just going with the flow for the first few.
With the flow, yeah.
Um,
Right now, we're gonna open the floor. Like I said, there's only a few of you in here, but if you have any questions for us, anything concerning the show, anything outside of the show, talk to us.
give us a shout.
Give us a shout. I mean, you in here,
But going back to that subs though, I just recalled looking at the like and subscribe now. Guys, we need to get JKL to 200. I think he's like 9 out now, I think, if I'm not mistaken.
I looked, I was at 191.
191.
Listen, you guys have been like pushing for me. You, Wayne, TechBot.
But it's true what they say. Like, it's unbelievable that you're not higher than what you are, to be honest.
Like, I mean, I keep saying it, and I'm gonna keep saying it. Like, I don't mind it. Like, I mean, as a content creator, yes, we all want the subs, we all want the views, but I don't do this specifically for that. I do it to have fun. So if I get there, great, but I'm not pushing for it. That's probably why I'm not there yet, because I don't really push for it. Where a lot of people, they push for it, they're like, hit the subscribe, hit the like, do this. And I'm just kind of like, yeah, I throw it in my videos only because like you're supposed to say it, but
They forcing me.
I mean, I posted recently on my Instagram that only about 48% of the people watching me are subscribed. So I have 51% of the people watching my videos that are subscribed. It's like,
But
well, they're watching.
that's actually very good. That's actually very good. When I saw that, I actually wanted to drop you a message saying, bro, that's actually pretty awesome. Getting close to 50-50, to be honest. That's like really good.
Yeah, and I know a lot of people. They throw their statistics out there, and they're like 30% of the people watching are subscribed. I'm like, well, almost 50% of my subscribers watch. But then again, I barely have 200. Some of these people have thousands. So if you have 1,000 subscribers, 300 are watching.
But
Versus,
to be perfectly honest, I'd rather actually have those faithful guys watching me, whether it be only 50 of them.
Yeah.
To be honest, and I'll stay on 50 subscribers if I have those guys watching me all the time. To be honest.
Yeah. Well, and I appreciate it. Prayers out to you guys. I thank you. Um, I'm putting out the content. I was supposed to put something out yesterday. I forgot. I got to edit something, so probably won't be till Thursday or Friday. But I'm just glad that when I do put stuff out, people are excited for it and are watching it. And I've actually gotten good feedback. When people tell me something that I did in my video that they liked, I kind of lean into that. Like, okay, people like this. I'm gonna start doing this. But I got a couple of good ones. I'm gonna be doing a pop rocks video with all my music uh, pops because I got a few new ones, and I finally got all my New York Comic Con pops. So I'm gonna do a video.
That's cool.
Yeah, I was waiting for my Dwight, so I finally got Dwight. The only one I haven't gotten is Magneto. That's the only other one I wanted that I haven't gotten, and I'm probably not going to because it's selling for way too much. But I got that video coming. So yeah.
But something I must say that quickly before we hit on to Jesse Lou there quickly, that intro thing that you did with your daughter the other day was actually quite cool.
Yeah, and
that was quite cool. Like, to be honest, I didn't expect it because I was waiting for your whole Brooklyn intro and everything, and I was like, okay. And then this came. It was a nice surprise, to be honest.
Yeah, and full disclosure, I actually got that from another YouTuber that I was watching. So she kind of does that intro where she cuts together all her intros, and she pretty much says the same thing when she intro. And I was like, that's kind of cool. I'm gonna try that. So I put
Yeah,
it
yeah.
together. I was like, I like that. So I threw it out.
It was
Yeah,
very cool, like, yeah.
pretty cool. So I liked it. I kind of started it with, me and my daughter, and then I ended it on one of the mistake takes that we did, like when we don't sync up, and it was pretty cool. I liked it. So I appreciate it. Yeah, that was pretty cool. All right, so to get to Yesy Lou, sorry we had you sit there for a minute, but yeah, we talked about the Carnage drop at the beginning of the show. Yeah, it sold out in like 4 minutes because I was on the site from the time the site started, and 4 minutes when I finally got into my cart, it was sold out. And I was given the runaround kind of because it kept telling me put in my email address, and I put it in, then it refreshed, put in your email address, I put it in, it refreshed. So I was kind of caught in this
Yeah.
loop of putting in my email address because all my information is already there. And once I put in my email address, my address, phone number, credit cards, everything is on there. So all I have to do is check out. And yeah, I was stuck in that loop for about maybe 2 minutes, and then boom, by the time I got to the cart, it was sold out, and that was literally 4 minutes. So yeah,
Okay. So, Yesy Lou, how did you get on? Did you manage to get one in?
yeah.
Um,
You said me too. Me too. What, you got caught in that email loop? If you got caught in that email loop, then I definitely know something's wrong because the last on New York Comic Con, when I went to put in my credit card information, it was saying that there was a problem with the card, like it was over the limit or whatever, which I
okay.
know was BS because I had plenty of credit on that card. But Bearded Barbarian, I believe, had the same issue. So if you have the same issue with the email address, there's definitely somebody messing with the website.
Unless they're trying something new where they're creating a small amount of it, they're pushing it out. Because I didn't know this pop was coming out. Did you?
I didn't until today.
Yeah.
Today was
So
I heard
could it
this.
be something like they're busy testing? They're busy testing it out
Mhm.
by seeing the what is the word? Damn it. Yeah, like putting their feelers out. So by you guys constantly refreshing, like seeing the eagerness of the people wanting to get it,
Oh, I get what.
whether they, you know what I mean? Because you said you got a suspicion that they actually might bring more out,
Right,
didn't you?
right.
So maybe that was just them. Because if it was happening to so many people,
Yeah,
because it was Yesy Lou was happening to, it was Bearded Barbarians happening to. So I don't know. That's just what I think of when you say that. Like,
yeah, yeah. It's possible. I mean, I get what you're saying, and yeah, I mean, it's just like I said earlier. It's just disappointing because something like that comes out, and it's a character I like, Carnage. I actually have the first appearance of Carnage. I still have that comic book. Um, Unfortunately, I sold my first appearance of Venom a long time ago, but I used to have that one. But I have the first appearance of Carnage. He was one of my favorite characters when I was really into Spider-Man because I loved the whole symbiote Venom thing. And seeing this pop and it's a black light, I was like, oh yeah, I want it.
it was after,
And
yeah.
going into it, it's kind of like, all right, well, since it was such short notice of people knowing the drop was coming, okay, maybe I get a chance. But then
Hmm.
4 minutes, it's like I can't go much faster than that, especially if when the website is, kind of glitching out or whatever. It's just disappointing. And
I actually
now I'm
can't.
probably
I
just not
don't.
gonna ever get it.
I don't recall actually seeing anybody actually getting it. To be honest, so I wonder how much they actually put out.
Yeah, I'm not sure yet. I didn't hit up Instagram too much after it happened, only to go into messages because I was messaging with you and other
Mm-hmm.
people. But somebody on my Instagram did show their confirmation, their checkout.
Okay,
So
okay, okay.
at least one person I saw. I'll go back and check later. But
Yeah.
Fabian, the Magneto, the Venomized Magneto from New York Comic Con. That's the one I didn't get. That's the only other New York Comic Con pop that I really wanted. I mean, there were a bunch that I wanted, but out of like my top six, I think that was one of them. So yeah, I ended up not getting that one.
I think the one New York Comic Con that I'm interested in getting is that Red Goblin. That was New York Comic Con, wasn't it?
Yes, I have that one.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
it's an
I'm
awesome.
thinking I'm swaying there. Like I possibly might get it. Yeah.
Yeah, that is actually the Green Goblin and the Carnage symbiote. put together. So
I
that's
was actually wondering about that. I was wondering about that.
yeah. So it's not a venomized Green Goblin. It's actually Carnage Green Goblin. So he was
What a
red.
crazy two to join though.
Yes, and knowing
That's ludicrous. Like,
yeah, and the Green Goblin already is crazy, and Carnage is already crazy. So putting them together, I didn't read the storyline that he came out in, but I was aware of it, and I was like,
but
okay, that's pretty cool.
on the topic of crazy, did you watch the Venom movie?
Yes, I did watch the Venom.
Okay, now what do you think about who's playing Carnage?
Woody Harrelson.
Yeah, what do you think about it? Like,
I mean, when they first announced it, I was kind of like, okay, he's kind of older, so it was unexpected. But as far as an actor, he can play crazy.
he
So
plays crazy good.
yeah,
He
so
does,
I
yeah.
don't mind that part of it. I mean, his age doesn't necessarily matter that much. So I was just kind of like, you know what? Let's see what happens. I
Yeah,
mean,
I'm excited.
yeah,
That's obviously going to be boosted up. What is it? Pushed back and everything because of this whole pandemic thing and everything. So have to
yeah,
wait.
yeah. You think Barnes and Noble's going to restock? Probably, probably. If they do, maybe I'll get it. I mean, like I said, for the most part, most of the pops, once they reach a certain price, it's just out of my range. Like anything over $40, I'm just not spending for a single pop, unless it's like a supersized pop or something like that. But for a regular 3 to 4 inch pop, once it hits $40, I'm not buying it. And the Magneto, last I saw it was selling in the $60 to $70 range, and that's for the shared sticker. I don't know how much for the actual New York Comic Con sticker. So hey, it is what it is. Like I said, if I get it, great. If not, not too disappointed. Lone Star Crew showed up. What's up?
Lone Star Crew. That's
you,
bro.
you came in at the end of the show, but
That's
hopefully
cool.
rewatch. We had some good times.
Sure. Pop Teeth almost died.
Yeah, Pop Teeth almost died, but we made it. We made
Do you have any of those life-size pops? Those big ones. I actually don't know
it.
if I asked you before.
10 inch. I have.
No, the bigger ones. The 18
Oh,
inch.
18 inch. No, actually, when I went to the Think Geek in Manhattan, which was the first physical Think Geek store.
Yeah,
In case
you
you
got a
didn't.
video on it, isn't it?
Yeah,
No.
I didn't put it out yet, but I have video coming. They have like 6 of those 18 inch Batmans. I didn't buy them. They have that one, and they have the Harry Potter. Yeah, I'm not getting any of those. If they do a character that kind of makes sense for me to get, like if they did Pokemon, I'd get a Pokemon because it's an 18 inch Pokemon.
They actually got the Pikachu going, like, isn't it? I think I saw the Pikachu. Life-size Pikachu.
I know they have 10 inches of almost all the Pokemon that have come out so far. And yeah, I think an 18 inch Pikachu is coming. So TechBot showed up. Mr. TechBot, what's
Mr.
up?
T, how are you, bro?
Actually, towards the ass end of the show, so but I'm glad you were able to show up.
I'm glad you popped in, bro. Appreciate it.
We're just talking about our not comic the excuse me, the Funko drop for today that kind of went sideways. I was trying to say sideways and south at the same time for both of us. Well, for me, unfortunately, over there, you didn't get a chance to go for it, did you?
No, look, that didn't even pop up on the European store, and that's maybe a topic for next week. I'm just thinking. Ooh.
Yeah. Well, but what I understand, they're gonna have some European exclusives that we're not gonna have, so that's gonna kind of
Listen, I don't want to be nasty, but I hope so though, like because the European store needs some love for more than one reason. But I think that we can chat over. We can actually discuss what I've actually. That's a solid topic for next week.
Listen, it's only fair. I mean, I don't have a problem with that. If you guys get certain exclusives that we don't get, I won't have a problem with it because it's crazy that the US, I mean, of course it's a US company, so it's kind of like, well,
it makes sense, yeah.
But still, like a lot of the overseas don't get the love that we get when it comes to certain pops, and it kind of sucks that you guys miss out on stuff like that. So, if you guys get exclusives that we don't get, and I hope it's exclusives that you guys are excited about, not just we're
not just like
different
Harry Potter exclusive.
Oh yeah, especially Harry Potter because
Harry Potter's big in the UK. It's nuts.
Yeah, yeah. So I
Mr.
hope.
T, did you end up getting one? I know you're a Marvel fan, aren't you?
Man, I
That
don't
is, yeah. Carnage is Marvel, isn't it? Yeah, yeah.
yes, Carnage is Marvel.
Well,
I
no,
don't
wait.
think
He's DC, isn't it?
no
I'm
Carnage is
confused.
Marvel. Yeah,
No, no, I'm
Venom
talking
is.
about Mr. Techbot. I'm confused. Who does
Oh
Techbot
no,
for?
yeah, he's a DC fan, but he likes Marvel because he
He
likes
likes Marvel. He's got the Dark Lights, doesn't he?
yeah. No, no,
Yeah,
no. He does like Marvel. He's a
yeah.
Marvel fan
Black
because
Lights, not Dark
I
Lights,
had a
isn't it?
bunch of I had a bunch of DC figures and not enough Marvel, and he made fun of me saying I had to up my Marvel catalog. Yeah, he's a Marvel
So,
tech
Mr.
Bob.
T, did you end up standing in line to get it, or let us know?
Yeah,
What does
I
he
mean I'm
say
pretty
there?
sure he didn't get one, but hopefully he's still here. I know sometimes people pop in to show love and disappear. 'Cause I do that in a lot of streams too. Unfortunately. He said everyone missed the dad jokes part. Yeah. Well, you know what? Listen, it's our first stream. You know, we were happy to get as many people as we got in here, and hopefully it
Yeah, for
grows.
sure, for
You know,
sure.
we're gonna do it again. It's not gonna be the last time. He said DC sucks. Marvel all day. And yeah,
And he missed it. Oh, that sucks.
uh,
I'm sure they're going to bring some more of it out and everything because there's going to be stores that actually run the line. So I'm sure they're going to have to push that out to the stores. Like,
yeah, yeah. I mean, it's okay. Like I said, you know, it's frustrating, and it's especially frustrating in the moment, especially when because you're looking at it and you're in the line, so you're excited. You're like, all right, got it in my cart. I'm in the line. Then you go to the checkout, and you get to the checkout, and then boom, it pops up sold out. So you know, you get all excited, and in that short span of time, it's like, ah,
it's funny, but that's what I was mentioning to you earlier. It's like you stand around, you're so excited, you're amped, and then they just crush you.
yeah,
You
yeah.
know, they
So
literally crush you. Like they just demolish you. Like, you know.
like unless they do the what I was talking about with New York Comic Con selling the tickets, how you basically you could be in line for hours because they don't let like everybody in at the same time. They let one
Mm,
person in so they can get what they're getting, then the next person in, then the next person in. But that's, in my opinion, that's the most fair way to do it because then once you get in the store, you see what's available, and whatever you
mm.
buy, you're getting because it's available, and nobody else is getting in there until you check out or you time out. So instead of having like a 10-minute time limit, maybe they cut it to like a 4 or 5 minute time limit. Once you get in the store, you got 4 minutes to get what you get and then check out, or you either get kicked or the next person gets to come in. Like,
Which is fair in my opinion because then you just have more chance to.
yeah, I think so. Especially if you're putting a limit on how many you can buy, because this one was, it was a limit of two per person. So it's either they only made like 1,000, or a, a million people came in at the same time.
Well, well,
How
to
can
be
you?
honest, I find it hard to believe since if you just knew it, and you just found it, you just stumbled upon it. I
Yeah,
mean, there's Facebook groups that I'm on, and they I think like just before you said that it was all sold out, they were posting on this Facebook group. So not a lot of people did like really know about it as per se.
yeah,
So
yeah.
maybe, as I was saying, maybe they're just trying to put the feelers out there, see if this is interesting, if it gets enough feedback or enough, you know.
Supermarket Street Funko Edition. That's funny. Yeah,
No,
but
bro.
check it out. Yeah, you're right. Funko Shop usually does restock. They've been doing it a lot lately, especially for pops that are popular.
Ah,
Another dad joke. I got one in.
oh, bro.
Um, so yeah, they'll most likely bring it back out.
Yeah.
Because if you go to the site now, you'll see a lot of them that were sold out for a while that are back. Outside of like store exclusives, they typically restock. So considering this
Mm-hmm.
was a Funko drop, yeah, it'll probably restock.
Yeah.
I do know people got their hands on 5 plus. But somebody got 5 plus, they had to get in on the multiple accounts because it was supposed to be a limit of two per person per household. Now I don't know how they could tell your household because as long as you have a different email address, I mean,
Yeah, for sure.
unless they're sorting the addresses. Like if me and my son lived together and I ordered and then my son ordered, like how could they, tell we're at the same address? you know, I mean,
It's,
they could tell because it's up there, but I mean, how do they know that they're not two different people at the same address? Which struck funny.
but now standing at this point, though, like look at this now. What if this person is getting for people that can't get it,
Yeah, and
right?
that's another thing. Yeah,
Is
because
that fair though?
yeah,
Like
I mean, because you
yourself, you
said
waited in line
yeah,
and you waited and you were there and you were gunning for it. Well, not gunning
yeah,
for it, but you know what I'm saying.
yeah.
And then there's say Freddie's friend Jason is no, that's Halloween reference. That's cool. Says he says he's getting it now and he's not even standing in line.
Right,
You
but
know?
I mean,
Does that
it depends
borderline make it fair? Like,
because, like you said, when you had told me that they didn't have it available in Europe, I was like, yeah, I'll see if I can get you one because I was gonna try and go for whatever the max number they let us get anyway, and I saw it was two per person. I was like, okay, well, I'll see if I can get two, and if my son or my daughter doesn't want one, then sure, I'll send you one, fine. But
yeah.
I don't mind like people who are getting them for other people because listen, I do that a lot. I'll buy pops for other people. It's really the people who are selling them, the
Well,
resellers,
I suppose,
killing it.
be it for another collector, then it's a different story.
Yeah, yeah. I don't mind, and that's another reason why a lot of the suggestions that people are making is like, well, if you're buying a certain amount, you should be able to get them, or multiple people at a same address or same account, because you could be buying for other people, and it's not those people I have a problem with. It's the resellers who go in, try to get as many as they can, and as we all saw, it was on eBay hours before they even went for sale on Funko Shop,
But
and
now,
people are saying guaranteed. Like, how are you guaranteed to be selling something that hasn't even gone officially on sale yet? Because they have bots, and those are the
but
people.
listen, how early did you find that out, though?
I personally didn't go in, but I saw, like you said, Wayne's post, and it was like 1:49 our time, which is 11 minutes before they even went on sale. And then, oh, Pop Tart. Okay, really quick. So can't stay, but popped in to show your support. Pop Tart popped in. I
Oh,
like it.
Pop Tart, another Star. That's another Star Wars collector right there.
Yeah, yeah.
Really, really cool.
Definitely watch the replay, Pop Tart. You're gonna love it. We had a good
I know
time.
you will, yeah.
Um, yeah, like I lost my train of thought. Anyway, listen, the bots are killing us. I don't like it.
Yeah, but look, going there to Mr. TechBot's comment there, like if they got 5 star, that's eBay for 50 a piece. But just going, what we were talking about was the time you found out. You said 140 or something, and
Oh yeah, and
when was it on? Like, surely someone's got some inside information, and it's not really too fair, is it?
yeah. From what I heard, some people had theirs on sale even earlier, like hours earlier. I didn't personally go in to check it, but it wouldn't surprise me. It really wouldn't surprise me because some people, like you said, some people will have inside information and they'll get it early. But having inside information and having access to the actual figure are two different things. Like if like like the list you sent me with all the upcoming pops on it, which we're not going to tell you guys about. But some good stuff coming. But yeah, like we have that information, but we don't have access to the pops.
Yeah, yeah. No,
Just
but I
because
mean, these guys, if you looked at that picture, they actually had a picture of the pop.
yeah, they had a picture of the pop, so it's like
You know,
okay, how did you get that?
the actual picture. Like, it's different having a rumored list.
Right.
You know what I mean? And having the actual picture. Um,
Yeah. Yeah.
but yeah, you see, what makes my heart like really, really sore is like I can understand if there's like 500 a piece of a pop made,
Mhm,
then it goes to a higher price and everything.
mhm.
But when it's a pop that's made quite a bit of it, and then it's sold at a high price on email. That like on eBay, that hurts me, man, because you got some like really, like collectors out there that really like a specific line, and it's a
Yeah.
possibility that they might not actually get it at a
Yeah.
reasonable price.
And that also gets because Funko. they're playing on our emotion of fear of missing out, or FOMO as it's commonly known. And so that's why when they do these drops, people all right, TechBot, no problem. Thanks for
Thanks,
stopping
bro.
by. We're gonna catch you on Friday, so do
Yeah,
your
for
thing.
sure. Definitely.
Yeah, you have people who do the to who like me who are like, all right, especially if it's a pop I want, like this Carnage, I definitely want it. It's like, all right, I gotta get this pop before it sells out, and then it sells out, and now it's like, okay, now I gotta try and find it, I gotta try and get it. So it already seems like it's limited, and when things are limited, we want them more, and then also they have this kind of guarantee. Well, I don't know if to say guaranteed, but they already have a fan base. It's already guaranteed sales
Mm.
because almost everything they drop sells out. And the black light, they already did it, so you already knew it was gonna sell out because the black lights they sold out stupid quick. I
Very
went
quickly they did, yeah.
to New York that day and couldn't find not a one. I saw like the backpacks, but I didn't find
Yeah.
any. But yeah, so it's like we're in this position where we're fans of the product, and um, any specific pop they put out that we're super fans of, like we want to jump on it before it goes away because there's a chance if it goes away, we're never going to get it. And that's
Yeah.
another way they're boosting their sales because now even people who are just slightly interested in this pop, they want it because they want to get it before it goes away and the prices skyrocket. They're gonna feel bad for not getting it. So it's that fear of missing out. So Funko, they pretty much have us by the cojones,
They do.
man.
Like, I don't know, unless we can find a way. And I look, it's kind of like, pop collecting is it's almost borderlining addiction
Hmm.
in a way, right? And we can be honest about it. And like we were saying early on in the stream, if we could find a way to boycott eBay, which won't be the easiest thing, a lot of this won't happen, I think, to be honest. But the thing is, you're going to get me, that's like, yeah, yeah, for the movement, Viva pop community. And then I look at this pop, damn, I wanted that supernatural pop so bad at Bobby. And oh man, someone's selling it for £45 a year. Like, oh, I got to jump on it. You'll eventually give in,
Yeah.
unfortunately. But like, I'd say, I think one of the biggest, the I think the most simplest way to get rid of the situation is to boycott places like eBay. If we
Yeah.
stay strong,
Well,
I don't know.
and the thing is I won't say specifically eBay, certain sellers on just like
Yeah, that's for
certain
sure.
sites because we all have our trusted websites that we go to. Like I like Chalice Collectibles, and yeah, I know they have their own bots, but I've never seen them post like specifically, let's say for New York Comic Con. I've never seen them post pops before they have them. And
Mm-hmm.
that's one of the things I like about them. It's like, okay, I know they're gonna get their fair share of them, but you don't see day one, boom, they have 100 of a certain pop, you know. But there's certain companies out there where before they even go on sale, they already have them for sale, and they're selling them for 2, 3 times what they're worth. And it's like, that's what we have to boycott. And those sellers on eBay that have them listed before they go on sale, like, no, I'm not messing with these guys, man. I'm not doing it. And like I said, I have a certain limit for a certain pop, depending on what I think it's worth. Because regardless of what the value it says, certain pops are worth more to you than other pops. Like my Darth Vader, my first Darth Vader, wherever he is over here, it's like $7, but it's worth more to me than $7. You know,
Yeah.
um, and I wouldn't expect somebody else to pay more than $7 for it because they're gonna say, "Oh, it's valued at $7, so I'm not paying more than $7." But to me, it's worth more than $7. That's one of my favorite pops, if not my favorite. So when I see a pop online, and even if it's selling for $15, if it's a pop I don't think is worth $15, I'm not gonna pay $15 for it.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
That's what we have to do. We have to start setting the price of what we think it's worth, and not let the sellers set the price of what they want for it.
Yeah, of course, definitely.
They want
And
$30 for it, and we pay $30 for it, and they're gonna say, okay, well, it's worth $30, but they want $30 for it, and you go, no, I'm paying 20. You spent 15 for it plus whatever shipping. I'm paying 20, and I'm not gonna pay more than 20.
which
You
is
know?
fair, like like I don't know. I think it's actually just borderlining. Pops shouldn't really be a business in the sense of what these guys are doing it. And if you've got pop collection that you want to get smaller,
Right.
then
Yeah.
sell it off. Like I just don't think it's ridiculous. What
Well,
is that? That's whatnot. What is that? I've never heard of it before. I think a few guys have been talking about it on their
what?
videos. Whatnot. I think auction
Never.
thing or something. I don't know. I could be wrong. But like I don't know. But just the reason I got onto that now was maybe if we just choose, as if we stay strong as a community and say, listen, let's have a look at like you say you got chosen companies where you buy from and look they're not going to, let's choose that company and say that let's push kind of
Yeah.
the awareness for that company,
Yeah.
if you
Yeah.
understand what I'm saying.
That's
I don't know.
and again, like they're only worth what you're willing to pay for it. So I have a $40 limit. I have yet to pay more than $40 for any individual pop. The only pop I paid more than $40 retail was the Han Solo in the Millennium Falcon, and actually I paid $39.99 for that. So technically I didn't pay $40, but plus the shipping and taxes and stuff. But
that's a different thing. As you were saying, you always say to me like you would pay that because it's a bigger pop, but you're not really going to pay it for a smaller pop.
and actually, that Millennium Falcon, it's $70 they were selling for on Amazon. Amazon exclusive, they were selling it for $70. I got it on sale for $39.99, and that was a good deal for me. And I wasn't paying $70 for it. No way, I was paying $70 for it. Oh, it's a selling app. WhatsApp. Okay, all right. WhatsApp.
Yeah.
What's up? Okay. Um, but yeah, like, listen. I don't really have a problem with resellers. I don't have a problem with flippers. It's just the bots that sell out and get in there and get everything because well, let me rephrase that. I won't say I don't have a problem with the resellers and the flippers, but unfortunately, just like everything where there's money to be made, people are going to jump in it to make money.
They're going to exploit it. Yeah, they're going to exploit it.
Funko Pops have become big enough to make money off of, so that's what's going to happen right now. And like I said, it sucks. It's unfortunate. I hate that it happens, but it's a part of the experience now. It's like as long as this quarantine is happening and more stuff is going to the online sales as opposed to standing outside in a line or waiting for a store to open, that's what's going to happen. They're going to sell out online in 4 minutes. Yeah.
And unfortunate truth. Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, we're hitting 1:30. I would say it's about time for us to go.
Say goodbye until next week.
Listen, like, subscribe, share, spread the love. I had a good time. This was our first one. We're going to be doing it every week. Hopefully, we get better and better, and hopefully, you guys will show up and say what's up. Alex the Human, we're about to leave, but thanks for showing up. Watch the
Alex,
replay.
appreciate it. Watch the replay. Yeah, like and subscribe.
So, that being said, any last words, Pop Heat?
Well, yeah, you said I don't think I have actually anything coming out this week. I've got one or two ideas now while sitting it. I'm going to do maybe for a video or two. Yeah, you got some nice unboxing things to do, isn't it? You got?
I've got one last mystery box. I don't remember what I bought, and everything else is unboxed. It's just a lot of stuff. Oh, and I'm sure one of these pops is absolutely my 400th because I've got about 390 something on the app, and I've got about 30 of them sitting here. So I'm over 400. I just don't know which one will be my 400th pop as far as scanning it into the app. So once I get that video's coming, my 400th Funko Pop. On top of my Comic-Con props, my Pop Rocks, and other stuff. So yeah, I got stuff coming.
I was actually when I was making the thumbnail and the logo and stuff, and they asked, "Dad, who's the other guy?" I said, "No, no, it's another guy that collects pops." But it's like, wow, he's got so many pops because I was looking at one of your videos at the same time,
Mhm.
and they showed your wall. It's like,
Uh-huh.
oh, he's got a lot of pops. I said, yeah,
Yeah.
he's got something like 400 pops. He's like, they're like all like, what?
Yeah.
It's like, Dad, how much you got? I was like, I've got about 30. You must catch up.
Trust me, you'll get
You
there.
must
You'll
catch
get
up.
there quick.
So yeah, that was really cool. Like, so they're like, wow, that's a lot. They were amazed and everything. Yeah.
Thanks for showing up, Yesy Lou.
Thank you,
Appreciate
yes, Lou. Appreciate it.
So with that being said, guys, catch us next week. You can catch Pop Heat on his channel. He has his other channel, Rag85. We didn't do a banner for it. Next time. My
I
other
kept it
channel,
simple.
Red Menace. It's gaming stuff I do. I don't do a bunch on it right now, but I'm gonna start again.
Yeah.
And keep an eye out for all our other videos. With that being
And
said,
thanks for watching, guys.
peace.
Ciao.